I'm not gonna waste around. I'm just gonna go up there, and if he says
Officer Frick
bump
seems
off
to be in no
or F
mood
off.
for further interaction with Gabriel.
Okay. So that's a no. Yeah, she thought about, that's why Grace is the best woman there. She thought about putting Grandma in security. Exactly. She's protecting Gabriel Knight's investments. Maybe we go back to the Jackson Square and see if the drums are giving us a different thing. We need to find the key to the tomb because we're not going to be able to get in there until we find the key. So even a hint, especially a hint, would be great at this point.
Gabriel listens carefully to the drums and opens his radar book to translate.
There's M and W T M. That's Warren. Warren. M W. That's all they keep saying is Warren. Warren. Even after that conversation with my uncle. M. There. W. M. Yep. It continues to. And it's not M. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
He's still saying
just
Warren?
saying Warren.
Okay, so.
Warren.
So what was the follow-up with
He didn't say anything of value. He really, literally didn't say anything of value. If in the scheme of things, it was, there was nothing I learned except that we need to get the talisman back. That's the only, and that should be obvious to Gabriel Knight anyway.
Just go to Malia and ask her nicely.
Malia wouldn't let me in. She said no.
Or was that just the...
Robert said no. Little pissant, just like my brother. Okay, she's gone, if I remember right now.
Try and click.
A sign
Yeah,
on
she went to a seminar.
posted on the
Closed until further notice.
Dixieland
Locked and barred
drugstore
tight.
in Bard.
We're running down on things here. This one, he has to be a priest, and he didn't want to do that again, if I remember right. So she is definitely not.
Maybe back to the cemetery.
Gabriel would not be needing that disguise
That's
today.
what I learned last time. Okay. All right, we're headed back to the cemetery. The key's got to be in there, in the vase, in something.
Yeah. Or open right now.
Or if it's open now, that's a trigger or something. Like, can you just go past him, or do?
Yes, just walk past him.
Okay, you were always waiting for him to leave this scene. Oh, at least I thought you were. Where's the... Look around.
An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb. Two enormous vases flank the front of the Getty tomb. This old... The tomb...
What did it say about...
Gave-
You learned about Tetlow's remains or something?
No. That wasn't... Was that... You're supposed to learn that from him?
You asked about the talisman again?
No, no,
Anything about Africa homeland?
no, nothing.
Okay.
There was none of that stuff. All right, let me push it now. Go back to call Uncle, great uncle, whatever his name is, Wolfgang Ritter, and fucking orange. Okay, so at least we know Gran is safe. All the other places are.
Clicking off the screen.
I'm not here, and go back to my bookstore.
Go.
All right.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside and...
Wait, hit memory. See if that works.
Gabriel never has figured out how to put on this phone.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
I need to speak with Wolfgang, please.
Ja, Herr Knight.
Gabriel? What is it?
Attack by the talisman again.
How can we regain the talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably buried with Tetlo's remains. That's what gives her Loa so much power.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, the Ritters. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetlo's African homeland, but Gunter says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetlo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetlo's people went after fleeing Charleston, until now.
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor Hartridge. Unfortunately for him, he thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure, I'll wait.
Bye then, Gabriel, and remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Goodbye, Uncle Wolfgang.
Okay, that was what was missing. There was no like goodbye or anything. And
I think we got a point.
okay,
Okay, now
Time
let's
to
head
go.
back to the...
go to the cemetery
Let's
now.
save.
Okay.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
Alright, now maybe something's going on with the cemetery.
Just wanted to down things. Oh, there we go.
The plate is up. Beneath. Gabriel hears the faint sound of breaking glass.
All right, so that was what we were looking for.
Dark. As if we had a candle and we could light it.
I already figured this out.
Damn. You'd think there'd be a light.
That's why I'm hovering over my inventory trying
No,
to.
get off it. Look there.
Oh, it's the door. Okay, never mind.
Back we go.
Okay. Black room. No, it's Leisure Suit Larry. Don't try. You know it. You know it.
I think that's where he ended in the game when he played it.
All right. So really, honestly, at this point, is that blood on the floor?
Glass.
I see.
Can you operate on anything? Or look,
There's broken glass on the floor.
Okay.
pick it up and search me.
Gabriel doesn't need any broken glass.
Yeah, okay.
The broken glass isn't worth moving.
Yeah.
So in order to get back to the flashlight, you gotta go in your inventory and do it again.
Unless you use the bullet or something. Oh, what are the blood or something? Yes.
This appears to be a mourning chamber, a place for family members to come and
Black
sit and
room.
remember
Oh no,
the
it's
dead.
Larry's Leisure Suit Larry's. Wet dreams don't dry all over
Click on
again.
that. And see if it's-
What?
Is that just more glass? Or click on
No,
There's
this is
broken
the
glass
yeah.
on
This
the
is broken
floor.
glass on the altar. I'm gonna try the foot and see if the foot will, because the light.
Gabriel can't do that in the dark.
So you gotta have your flashlight in order to move.
blood.
This appears to be
Yeah. Kind of sucks that it disappears from the inventory.
Maybe it's not blood. See a hole or anything? All right, let's look at these.
crypt drawers line the back
Oh, that's
wall.
right. That's right. We're in
Gabriel
the
can't
thing.
make out the name on that drawers.
Okay, so
flap.
this is what we're looking for. I wonder if
Somebody in there.
you're right. Yeah.
Open.
That's what we need. Yeah. I guess we can do that too. Okay, let's try that. Lovely.
The drawers' interiors contain mostly dust
Okay.
and bones.
So exit that. Go back. Get the flashlight. Wish you could move the inventory. Okay.
Take a look at, just quickly scan to see if any of them seem one more suspect.
Oh, it's just locked up.
Yeah, see, Scumby just went red.
Okay. Install. It just killed the stream too. No, the stream is fine, but the game is definitely okay. The game definitely locked up, guys. Just give it a second. It's Scum VM's having weird problems. Do you want to do the install real quick? Or the
If it prompts
upgrade?
you.
Do you know how to get to the upgrade?
I don't know. I mean, it looks similar to the Sparkle framework, but it just does it whenever it feels like it.
Should have done it earlier.
Well, you're busy playing.
Yeah, I know.
Should have done it last week.
I didn't prompt me. Okay. All right. So, if you notice that we are down, that's because the Scum VM crashed again. So let me relaunch Scum VM. Fortunately, we had saved just before all of this, but we weren't saving when we were in the okay. All right, so let's save on the outside of the cemetery instead, in case this is a scene where it keeps crashing. We have a
I'm going out for a
warning to
Be careful.
update Scum VM, and we haven't done it. And I don't know if that's what the problem is or what, but let's just get to the cemetery. Let's do what we need, and then we'll save it right in front. See, that game screen is exactly like that right now. Let me just increase it a little bit in size, but it really is what it is. All right. It's like Serena said, poor Mosley's gonna be like dead if we are not careful. A hint. But we are, this is for us, is no surprise. Come on. Okay, now we're gonna save. Yeah, because I don't feel like anything before that is stuff we should have done or not done, or we missed anything at this point.
Well, you saved after talking with. Yeah, I mean that thing's open.
Yeah.
Think about the only hint that they say is like, well, maybe see if
It
those
is
remains
the
are
faint sound of
potentially
breaking
somewhere.
glass.
Here's the faint sound of breaking glass. So you could hear that.
Dang. You'd think there'd be a light.
Which we don't really hint need because we're both adventure players and know that we need a flashlight in a dark place. Alright, hang on.
Anything up here in the ceiling or anything or sides?
Let's start here. Use the eyes.
Crypt drawers line the back wall. Gabriel can make
Okay. Immediately go back. I don't think this is gonna work, but exit and flashlight. Move. Okay.
those two objects would have no
Okay.
That's all you.
that drawer is marked with a pattern like the VV.
Alright, let's go ahead and oops, hold on. This one. Oh, Mosley.
Mosley! Shit, I drop my flashlight.
Boy, I'm the biggest klutz ever. I swear to God, I am like the biggest klutz.
Ouch, my head. What the hell was that?
We need to get in this thing again. Okay, so Mosley is now gone. So let's take his wallet, which is what I want. I thought there was a key or something there. Did you see it? Or was I seeing things? All right, let me look real quick.
Mosley's body is gone.
All right, just make sure that's a trigger.
Gabriel doesn't see any.
Is there any other anything in
Look
this?
down below and just look at the glass.
There's broken glass on the floor. There's broken glass on the floor.
Oh, let's look. Well,
It's a man's wallet.
you did open it.
Gabriel opens the wallet and
Okay.
finds some ID belonging to Mosley and an American's repressed card.
The American Repress card. That stands to reason, isn't it? All right, so we got the American Repress card.
Rip Mosley was the
Mosley's
best character.
American's repressed
I
card.
asked somebody about
Credit.
what they thought of the remake
What
of
a
this.
concept.
And asked if they did have voice acting. They said the Wally's voice acting, which actually still was pretty good. But it's kind of hard to follow up with the cast they had here. It makes me think of Murders on the Orient Express and trying to redo that movie versus the one they had in the 70s. The 70s one they had a phenomenal cast and a couple bigger names with the
Yeah, I mean, you think
Newer
about
one,
Sean Connery and Ingrid
Bergman,
Lauren
Lauren
Bacall.
Bacall, Anthony
There's
Perkins.
broken glass.
So yeah, Anthony Perkins.
And that's not even.
This
those are
is the-
one row.
One thing I think about the one we watched is that they were trying to be too coy, too whatever.
Yeah, I
and
prefer the 70s.
I mean, I didn't mind Johnny Depp.
Oh,
I
that
really
one- oh, yeah,
thought
that's right,
that
was
he
a-
would have been better as one of the other, instead of the asshat guy that gets killed. But honestly, all right, there we go. We're out of this place. There's nothing else here. It's dark as hell. All right, I'm gonna save while you're.
Let's make sure that's all.
Do you want to? Is there? Okay, so let's do. Well, we can always go back in. This is the Getty tomb. Or, where the hell is Mosley? Or we got paid.
Just got paid.
Don't care about Mosley. Just got paid today. Rest in peace, Mosley. He was the best character. All right. Hopefully he's not dead.
Yeah. Okay. Time to go back.
Okay, time to go back.
Let's go to Deutschland.
Yep, let's go to our phone and let's use that credit card, just like Mosley would have wanted us to do.
You'll get to pay him back.
Yeah, I mean, you write your book and
No, it's you. Bye. You end up finally coming into something.
this is all in the guise of saving Mosley, by the way. So, like I said, he should be happy. And he left his wallet for us on purpose. Just so we know who it was. Now, the fact he left the credit card in there. Alright, go to the bookstore.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
Should we tell him about Mosley?
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about. And no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen. Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now." Now, call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news.
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
I wonder if you can call Wolfgang again. But at this point,
I
it's...
always wonder, it's just a phone right here
If
next
wishes were ponies.
Ah,
I thought she had a phone right there.
Gabriel would rather use the phone in his studio for privacy.
Yeah,
I was
hunt the
curious.
pixel. Once again, like some of the things about this game are
St.
they'll hunt the
George's
pixels,
books
it
could
makes
use some...
complicated. I wonder
St.
if
George,
there's like a way
the
to
books
up
on the
roll
desk.
highlight things.
Grace likes the little... The latter provides St. George
I have a feeling this is the last time we're going
under
back
the
here.
window.
So if there's anything to click on, any last minute Easter eggs, anything at all, this is probably it.
Let's first try calling Wolfgang and see if there's anything else.
Alright, yeah, I think Gerda's supposed to tell us that he went on without us.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
Let me speak to Uncle Wolfgang, please.
Ah, Herr Knight. He cannot come to speak here.
What do you mean?
I cannot get him. Sorry, goodbye.
But
Okay, time to go
He
into
doesn't know
our
Banyo.
inventory.
It's customary to pick it up first.
Or you just have to look at that, write down the numbers.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll let you look at it.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone book missing one of its C pages.
Okay. Sea World Travel Agency is 585-1130. Or it's 555. It depends on what it looks like. I think it's a 58.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans... Somewhere there's a New...
Okay, so let's try the phone again now.
Another thing that's irritating, all the little different icons, like why two different ones are speaking, or for stuff.
Hello. See the World Travel Agency.
See the
How
world.
may I help you?
How much for a trip to Rittersberg, Germany?
how much for a trip to Rittersburg, Germany?
Rittersburg, Germany? Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersburg. You can rent a car from there, or take the train. Let's see. The best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
Not much better in cost.
Charge it to my American Street Press.
Please charge it to my American
Charge
Street
it
Press.
to my Americans repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Feeling a little guilty, Gabriel gives the travel agent Mosley's card number and is informed that
Yeah.
he can pick up his
1993,
ticket at
probably
the
could
New Orleans
Fly
International
Fly a
easily.
little
Airport.
easier.
You didn't have to
rather
show an
now.
ID, you just get on the plane.
I mean, granted, he could probably just done that and then just pick things up and then
Alright.
still show his. But I mean, if the ticket said
It's
somebody else's name,
next. That's one way to go too. All right, say goodbye to Grace.
okay, wait.
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
I'm
Really?
from Germany.
That's great, but how on earth could you afford?
A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Oh my God. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I miss you too, Grace.
All right. Time to, well,
The bookshelves don't open.
See.
I'm going to. So we're going to save as a new game, and it is going to be called Germany. All right, time to head out. Goodbye, Grace. Watch the bookshop while we're gone. Watch out for the
Bye,
chickens.
Good luck. Let me know what's going on, will you?
Of course.
Sure he will. Took him 3-4 days. He disappeared. He didn't bother. I'm leaving.
Gabriel picked
Oh,
up his
jet
tickets at
plane.
the airport and
I think you
boarded
would
the
have to have
plane for
I-
Munich.
There. Here we go. We're off. Finally, we made it to Germany, Mom. Schloss Ritter, straight ahead.
Why is it snowing? It's June.
Good point, but isn't it mountain?
Hello.
Score!
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Herr Knight. Oh, kommen Sie bitte, Herren. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you.
Come and see
Has
Bethlehem.
Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
Oh, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I am just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there is anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, Miss,
Garrett.
You may call me Gerda, Herr Knight.
You may call me Gerda. I am a Stepford wife. I am
Peeling
sitting here
kartoffeln.
and I'm peeling onions over at the
No. Kartoffeln.
kartoffeln, potatoes.
I remember that little sound. 20 years later, I still remember.
The great hall of Schloss Ritter towers around Gabriel. He can imagine
That reminds me
the
of Quest for
heating
Way Forward.
bells. Gerda is young and quite attractive. It's a lion's head carved in stone.
Pervert. You pervert.
Gerda is a country girl. She wouldn't
I'm a
appreciate that.
country girl. I don't appreciate that. Thank you very much, you pervert.
Gabriel cannot think of a good use for the old tapestries.
No, but there aren't any
There
notes
is
for, like,
nothing
Gabriel
in
1900.
that part of the great hall that Gabriel needs. There is nothing. The great hall.
No, let's go talk to her.
The great. A few tapestries hang on the wall. Gabriel isn't sure if they mean something, or if they're just good insulation.
What's hanging, baby?
So, what do you do when you're not puttering around the castle?
Every day I go to Riddersburg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
I always loved a girl that smelled like onions.
Potatoes.
Should be onions.
Should be potatoes.
Potatoes. La pomme de terre.